When we are making an equitable energy system, one of the things that we need to ask ourselves is who is unable to use their energy right now. And in my group, one of the things that my colleague Luling has been working on is to identify the outdoor temperature at which different income groups start to use their cooling and heating systems.
So when households cannot afford energy to cool their homes in the summer or heat their homes in the winter, their living conditions can be unhealthy. So our study looked at whether this issue is more common among lower income households. Specifically, we looked at the households living in the Chicago area where the winter weather can be brutal and cold-related deaths can be prevalent. So to achieve this, we estimated the temperatures at which the households turn on and off their air conditioners in the summer and electric heating units in the winter. And we compare such estimated temperatures across income and racial groups. What we found is that low-income households indeed struggle more to cool or heat their homes. The gap in the summer is 3 degrees and the gap in the winter is 6 degrees. And such a gap is even wider in areas with Black majority neighborhoods compared with the white majority neighborhoods. Our study can encourage policymakers to tackle the issue of energy poverty and to help those home energy assistance programs to identify those in need better.
One of the most interesting things about what Luling found is that the phenomenon is different. So in the summer, what we see is that low-income groups wait 3 degrees longer to turn on their cooling systems, meaning that it's going to be much hotter in the summer before they would actually start to use it when compared to a high-income household. But on the other hand, in the winter, we actually see that low-income groups start using it 6 degrees earlier than high-income groups. Now, this is something that we didn't expect, but when we think about it, it actually kind of makes sense. Because in the summer, when it's too hot in your house, you get to leave. Everything's open. Coffee shops are open, libraries are open, you might even get to go to work. But in the wintertime, when it's super, super cold in your house, you have nowhere to go. It's nighttime. And there's only so many blankets and clothes that you can put on before you just admit to yourself, I'm cold, right? So we can see that people are a little bit more heat tolerant and able to adapt to heat a little bit more than cold. The other implication of this work is that in the wintertime, the high bills is going to be an issue because low-income groups need to start heating their homes earlier than high-income groups. This can be from lack of insulation in their walls, and it can also be from leaky windows, right? It's any of that heat that they generate in their homes is often lost to the environment. Now that's going to be in addition to having most likely older appliances. And so these are all things that we need to consider as we are moving forward with the energy transition and trying to make an equitable energy system.